Hey guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a video test drive on a 2007 Kia Sportage. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, this is meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. And this one we got from a dealer friend in La Harpe. And he mentioned that he thought the master cylinder might need some work. So the brakes are soft. They still stop the car, but they are soft. So that's the first thing I know. And then other than that, the rest we'll kind of figure out as we go. All right, 07 Kia Sportage, pretty decent body. It's a four-wheel drive. It's like the little Escape size. Not quite big enough for Explorer. It's just a 5-passenger. Rear tires are probably about 40%. Front tires are probably about 30%, 35%. Interior is just cloth, but I don't see any really major issues. No rips or tears or anything like that. That right there in the back seat, that is a rear wiper arm. It's a brand new one because back here, we've got no rear wiper arm. So that probably, and I don't know if Matt will get around to it or not, probably just needs to be unbolted and rebolted would be my guess. But not bad looking. It's got a little dent over here on the bumper, a little crack right there on the bumper. And then the back end, you've got some storage space back there. And on this side, again, doesn't look bad. Really no rust to speak of, or passenger side door handle is gone. I meant to get one of those and I have not yet, but the door still opens. I'll have to be looking at getting one of those, so stay tuned to the description to see if I get that done. From the front end, looks pretty decent. It does have a noise, and we've kind of tried to track it down. Let's see if I get this hood open. So Matt was looking at this. Let me get my hood up. Hold on. So Matt is thinking that, because this just makes the noise at idle. And so he's thinking that down there's an idler pulley that he thinks is making that noise. So, because I don't feel it, like it's not here, it's not in the engine block, it's over here. And so I don't know if he'll get around to doing that or not, but he thinks it's over there. And when we're driving it, you won't hear that noise. It's really bad right now. It sounds really bad, but it's not nearly as bad when you're driving, because it's an idler pulley. It's when you're idling. So there's that. And I did notice in 2020, so just 4 years ago, the timing belt was replaced. So, hold on, let me shut this. I do not know if timing belts were a major problem on these vehicles, but having been replaced at 139,000 miles, that means this timing belt only has 30,000 miles on it. So that's one of the bigger components of your engine. So that's kind of a cool thing. So we've got 169,000 miles. We do have a windshield crack, kind of goes all the way across the bottom and then goes up over there on the passenger side. So if you're from Missouri, just be aware of that. We've got the brake light on. Like I said, the brakes are a little bit soft, and we have a windshield wiper fluid light on. It probably just needs fluid. I'll check that when we get back. Radio works. Today it's warm enough that we can try the AC. Let's see, turn this on. Hold on, I gotta have the right button on to make it work. Okay, so we'll try the AC. We'll do our windows. Driver's side window works. Passenger side window works. Rear passenger side window works. And rear driver's side window works. We'll roll those up, and then we've got a sunroof, which close, slide open, sunroof works. Okay, and then we've got our air conditioning is blowing out cold, so that's really awesome. We're going to turn our heat on and make sure that works. Not that you really need that, but we do have heat. So I'm going to put our AC back on because it's warm enough to be AC weather. And we do not have a check engine light on, but let me get down on my feet and grab this thing. But I always run the computer just to make sure there's nothing pending or anything like that. And we do have an O2 sensor code and a heated O2 sensor code. So both exhaust related. Typically nothing that ever has to be worried about, but it's just some people don't like check engine lights on their car, and so I always try to mention them just because. Let me get my seatbelt on. I'll get one of these lights off the dash. And they were kind enough to leave us with a full tank of gas on this thing, so that's really cool. All right, let's go for a drive. And my windshield wiper fluid light went off, so maybe being on, oh, now it's back on. So maybe it's sloshing around in there. So maybe there's a little bit in there, but I'll fill that up when we get back, so that should be off. It's driving pretty decent. It's got decent power going up this hill. It's driving smooth. I don't hear any suspension noise. I'm gonna roll down my window, and can't really hear it anyways. But when I was driving it the other day, I was driving a little bit slower. So when you're driving it at high speeds, you don't hear that that pulley noise. Just because I think it's related to the idler pulley, and when you're not idling, I don't know. That's kind of what Matt trailed down when he was tinkering on this. So I'm up to 60. I'm going to turn my cruise on, and I've got cruise. So my cruise works. Left turn signal works. Right turn signal works. Windshield wipers work. And we've got enough windshield wiper fluid in there that it does work. I gotta make sure that's off. And like I said, the brakes are soft. You can see it, we're still stopping. So it's not like you can't stop the car. It just means you need a little bit more following distance. And like I said, the guy we bought it from, he said he thought it was the master cylinder. So typically that's just, a replacement under the hood and then bleeding the brakes. And Matt hasn't done it yet. He's got, 10 vehicles waiting to come in. And so we're kind of working on that, but just kind of plan on that. Kind of do some research into a master cylinder and how much that's going to cost, and if that's something you can do, because right now it's not done. As always, pay attention to the description and see if it gets done, but for now it's not. So there's that. Let's see, we've got radio, air conditioning, heat, windshield wipers. Oh, horn works. And the brakes, like I said, the brakes are not, they work. There's no grinding or vibration, so I think, your pads are still good, your rotors are still good. It's really just like master cylinder controls the fluid and stuff that goes to your brakes, that closes your calipers, and makes you stop faster. So there's that. That's my little mechanic's speech from the little bit that I've learned over the years. If you have any questions, check the description and see if there's things we've changed. And then my cell phone is 309-267-7200. Thanks, guys.